think I see Mel there.
Oh, there's Mel.
Mel!
How you doing, bud?
Hey guys, Tony, Maddie.
Good to see you again, brother.
Great to see you again.
2 days after their meeting at the Oak Island War Room,
You guys ready to go out find some treasure?
Oh, yeah.
Maddie Blake and Tony Sampson have arrived in Key West, Florida. They're heading some 40 miles out to sea with treasure hunter Melvin Apt to a location where the Fisher family's salvage vessel known as the Magruder is anchored over a debris field related to a famous shipwreck known as the Atocha.
We're about 15 minutes further north of where we were the last time you guys were here, in a little bit of shallower water, an area we call the Bank of Spain. They've recovered so many silver coins there, it's like visiting the bank.
Wow.
Fantastic.
It's unreal when you pick up a first silver coin in 400 years, the feeling, genuine surprise, genuine shock, and a part of the history of that coin.
Last time I was here, we were at Emerald City looking for emeralds, and now we've come here to the Bank of Spain. It's shallower diving. It's a little further out, though. But the hope, of course, is to find that Sterncastle. And if we find the Sterncastle, then you're finding what could be untold riches.
Let's hit it.
Let's do it. Captain, full speed ahead. We moved several miles away from Emerald City, further down the Atocha Trail, to an area where we're likely to find artifacts that would have been in the Sterncastle. The Sterncastle is the rear section of the ship that housed the wealthy passengers, the clergymen, some of the more valuable artifacts of the Atocha.
Oh, I see Captain Tim. Let's go! Let's go!
From what I understand now is the bow section and midships has been what's been recovered over the years, and the part that now is still unfound is the Sterncastle part.
Maddie!
Captain!
I hope you brought the good vibes, brother. I hope you brought the good vibes.
Having arrived at the Fisher family's salvage vessel, the Magruder, Melvin, Tony, and Maddie are greeted by Captain Tim Mead, an expert salvage diver in his own right, who has spent the past 13 years serving aboard the Magruder.
Well, yeah, you know Tony. He's a expert diver, adventurer, extraordinaire, and he's the right guy to help you guys out today.
Birds of a feather flock together, bro. You're more than welcome. It's good to have you on board.
This is an all-star crew on the Magruder, and now we've just added Tony Sampson to the mix, one of the best divers in the world. So I'm very excited. I want to know more about how you found this spot.
Yeah, we go into the chart room. And
All right.
show you right there where we're at exactly.
Tony, you just hang on a little bit longer, brother. A little bit longer. I am very optimistic, but I'm also very hopeful that we can come up with something on this, what's been an incredibly successful treasure salvage operation for a very long time. I don't want to come here and report back to Rick and Marty that we were empty-handed on this trip. All right, Captain. I remember a map last time. Is this different?
This is different. This is where we are excavating. We're currently right here.
Oh, so this is us here, okay.
Yeah. When the wreck sank and she started breaking up in the second hurricane, she was getting shoved this direction. Her midsection was all together here, breaking up, and as she's getting tossed around in the storm, her treasure is falling out, falling out. And the interesting part about this is you can see there's all these circles represent holes that we've excavated. And of course, here's the legend. Everything's color charted. Yellow means gold. Last year, my engineer, Zach Moore, recovered a 2 Escudo gold coin. Right here's the gold coin that we recovered last year.
Yep.
And right in line is the same denomination.
Holy moly, it's a straight line. So we're right on the treasure trail.
We're right on what I've dubbed it the gold line.
So when you start seeing gold in a line like this, do you think you could be upon that Sterncastle? The thought is there might be a lot of wealth hidden in that Sterncastle.
There's going to be a ton of wealth in that Sterncastle.
And why?
Well, there's 35 chests of cargo registered to the church. So the church didn't have to tell the registry what they were putting in their boxes. It was just 35 chests of gifts.
All right, great. Well, let's continue this trail of gold, shall we?
I think it's a great idea.
Let's go ahead and get the yellow coloring pencil out in preparation. Let's go ahead and sharpen it up, and let's do it.
Okay, let's go get wet. I'm in.
Get in the water.
Here she goes.
In order to prepare the search area for the dive operation, the team will utilize a method designed by Mel Fisher in the 1960s, known as mailbox blowing.
They are in.
Clear to go.
using 2 large steel tubes. The Magruder's engine wash is redirected 90 degrees downward, creating a powerful jet stream to clear sand and silt away from the ocean bottom.
Starboard engine fire up.
It is this method that has helped the fishers recover more than $800 million in treasure from the Atocha so far.
Let's put on our dive gear.
Let's get the gear on, let's go do this. Let's make today the day. Today's the day.
I'm super excited to go out there and dive with Tony and see what he and I can find. Hopefully we'll find a bunch of gold, a bunch of silver, bring up some really cool artifacts.
Can I have a sip of it?
Tony and I will systematically search the hole visually and work our way left or right around the hole. And Maddie should be topside on comms.
We'll give volume on that, bud. We won't know until we get in the water.
Yeah,
Squelch. And so channel 1.
Yep.
On this dive, we're using scuba gear, but with comms masks. And so the comms is wireless. It's run by a transducer dropped in the water.
Juicer away.
So as we get our gear ready, everything's prepped, comms units prepped. We've got the right team, the right tools, the right place. Today's the day.
Divers good? Divers are clear. Good hunting.
One. Go get him, baby.
Number 2. Divers in. Now the fun begins.
This is unbelievable viz, over. I read you loud and clear on that. It's about 25 feet. Topside, this is a diver, over.
Tony Mel, I can hear you guys. I got ears and eyes on you. I can see your bubbles, fellas. Everything looks good. Great day for treasure hunting. Let's find some gold. Over.
Well, let's get down in the hole and see what we can find. Mel, this looks like Traders of the Moon. Yeah, it's like somebody took the Sahara Desert and dumped a bunch of water on top. From the top of the sand down to the bottom of the hole is about a 10-foot slope into the center. Just ascending down here, I can't believe this hard pack. This is the sort of place we might find a coin stuck in the crevice, over. Precisely right, Tony. We're gonna have to really take our time and visually inspect each one of these little cracks and crevices. That way we don't miss any artifacts. Coming in. I think I see some wood over there. Let's go have a look, over.
Mel, it's Maddie on the surface. Did you say wood? Confirm. Wood, over.
Definitely looks like there's some wood sticking out of the dirt there. Coming in.
Mel, it's Maddie. Were you able to get your hands on that wood? Over.
I think that's just a piece of modern wood. Yeah, it looks more modern, buddy, over. Let's check over there. Coming in. We've got this large hole. I'm going to put my light into it, over. Let's try to clear some of those rocks out and see what we can see underneath them. That's coral. What's that? Looks like it's just shells. Whoa. Check this out.
What do you got, fellas? Over. What do you got?
That looks old to me. Let's head up.
Divers coming up.
Well, every day underwater is a great day.
Yeah, we'll shuffle you right here.
So first impressions, buddy. What happened when you got down there?
We were doing a grid search around on a circular pad, and we found some interesting timbers down there, but nothing shiny. But that just means that the shiny stuff's a little bit further over.
So we did find this. It was some sort of bone on the bottom. Definitely not humans.
No. Nor do I think it's aquatic either.
Really?
You can see where all the marrow's all
Yeah.
gone.
Wow.
And it's discolored from being up against iron.
Huh.
Could that potentially have been one of the animals on board the Atocha, or is it too?
Really?
We have found animal bones previously.
During European colonization of the Americas between the 15th and 18th centuries, it was common for livestock and other kinds of animals to be transported on galleon ships from Central and South America, as well as the Caribbean. Some of these animals would serve as sustenance during the long journeys, while certain species, such as monkeys or wild cats, were brought along to serve as uniquely exotic companions.
We should get that tested then. We should. We found bones on Oak Island, and they turned out to be way older than anyone expected.
Wow, that's so right.
From the Middle East at depth. So
Yep.
if that's an animal that was on the Atocha, how cool would that be? Extremely.
There were animals on the Atocha, mainly pigs and cows. They were using them for food on their journey back. The bone will be thoroughly checked over and inspected against different types of animal bones. Our conservation lab will keep it in a stable condition.
We gotta move the boat.
Can't get discouraged. You know, the next hole we dive in further down the Atocha Trail could be $1 million hole. Just gotta move over, excavate again, and keep diving.